Box?
Yep.
Homework? Homework?
Double checking? Good call. Just like getting AT&T's best deal on the all-new iPhone 17 Pro. Designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet. Learn how new and existing customers can get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible iPhone trade-in. Any condition. Most expensive plan not required. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Requires trade-in of iPhone 13 or higher, excluding iPhone 13 mini. Terms and restrictions apply. Subject to change. Visit att.com/iPhone for details.
The dazzling new musical Saturday Church with music by Sia and Honey Dijon has arrived at New York Theater Workshop. With a score that soars from the transcendence of gospel to the exhilarating vibrations of house music and pop, you've never heard a musical like this before. Grab your tickets now at nytw.org, and yes, Queens, we'll see you at church.
Just paper dolls, paper dolls. I wrap my arms around a haunted, smiling shape. One last time, I hear you sing in the walls, sing in the walls. At night, it's too cold to breathe. I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. Let's share a delusion with wine and nicotine. Take a drag, and then I wish you away, wish you away. Every time I cry, it's about you, and every time I laugh, it's for you too. So do your little dance around my room.
じゃすでにさガチッと写真できたんだったね
老人が隣でじっと見てたよ。見てたよ。老人が隣でじっと見てたよ。老人が隣でじっと見てたよ。セザンナの絵を配る。今嘘は重ならば半端のない意味あるのかな。
Things today can seem kinda unpredictable. Who knows what's around the corner, right? Well, at Total Wireless, we want to give you something to be sure about. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket when you switch with one line. Guaranteed. And you get to keep the phone and number you love. Visit our Total Wireless store today. 50% savings for unlimited plans versus comparable Total Wireless unlimited phone plans based on standard plan rates. Some customers may only receive the guaranteed savings after contacting us and validating the current plan rate. Excludes promotional, discounted, and bring your phone rates. For Total 5G unlimited plan or higher, auto pay required. Applied on next renewal date. Additional terms apply.
Bring the beats with Premium. Download and bring your music anywhere so you can dance to high-quality music without hearing ads. Mix up your playlist with song recommendations from Smart Shuffle, or take total control of your listening with unlimited skips and repeats. Experience music without limits. Tap the banner to get started. Let your music taste shine with Premium. Host a jam with your friends and share your favorite songs with the entire squad, without ad breaks. You can also play your favorite albums in any order with unlimited skips and repeats. Tap the banner to learn more.
Strike a pose, 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 take a pic, take a picture, take a pic, take a picture.
Wake up, morning set in motion for me. Clear cut, put on the emotion, guaranteed. And when they drag me by my feet, pick me up and march me to the beat, make me complete. I'm miles above the street, staring as I pass me by myself this seat, and I breathe. Nothing but a shadow, it seems, caught up in routine. Can they see the person beneath? The days go by so uniformly, tightly controlled and determined for me, yeah. Showered in fame, my fans adore me. Only way to fuck it up is to be boring. I don't get the messages, they don't come to me. Everything that I can say is spoken for me, yeah. Get up, afternoon is nauseous. Get fucked, God, I'm so pathetic. And when I rip you off my chest, won't you realize you're just obsessed? The fun and best, drain the blood from this success. Watch me as I eat my heart up, this business, but I breathe. Something's got me doubting, it seems. Am I anything? Am I even a person beneath? The days of bloodstains, grim and gory, visions of violence are overpowering, yeah. Puking my guts out almost darling, shaving off the numbers of this fucking body. I can read the messages, they come so quickly. Kids are begging anybody, come and save me. I don't get the messages, they don't come to me. Everything that I can say is spoken for me, yeah. I could be your friend or I could be your foe. You make the decision and that's all I know. I could be a sinner, I could be a saint, perfectly devoid of anything I ain't. I could be a martyr, I could be a cause. I can be whatever everybody wants. Oh, I could be a canvas, I could be a doll. I don't think I'm even something real at all. I could be a woman, I could be a man. Look into the mirror, tell me what I am. Oh, I could be a difference, I could be the same. Try to give me meaning, it's a losing game. Oh, I could go to heaven, I could go to hell. Does it even matter? I could never tell. Oh, maybe I am nothing, maybe I am all. Maybe before I get Smile and the hope inside your eyes have been stolen.
Things today can seem kinda unpredictable. Who knows what's around the corner, right? Well, at Total Wireless, we want to give you something to be sure about. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket when you switch with one line. Guaranteed. And you get to keep the phone and number you love. Visit our Total Wireless store today. 50% savings for unlimited plans versus comparable Total Wireless unlimited phone plans based on standard plan rates. Some customers may only receive the guaranteed savings after contacting us and validating the current plan rate. Excludes promotional, discounted, and bring your phone rates. For total 5G unlimited plan or higher, auto pay required. Applied on next renewal date. Additional terms apply.
Ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, life after death. You'll hear great thinkers on these subjects and more on the Paranormal Podcast, the longest-running podcast of its type. I'm Jim Harold, and I invite you to join me as we explore the mysteries of life. I bet you love these topics just as much as I do, but don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Join me for some great paranormal conversation. Listen on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sometimes creating an ad campaign can feel like you're talking on mute.
Sorry, we can't hear you. Say that again.
But advertising on Spotify can help your business turn up the volume. With our easy-to-use ads manager, you can create new audio ads from scratch or repurpose existing video assets. Then we'll deliver your ad to an engaged audience that is ready to hear and see your message. It's that simple. Learn how Spotify can add more to your mix at ads.spotify.com.